As the sun sets, an eerie darkness engulfs a seemingly ordinary house nestled in an isolated part of town. This house, while appearing as unassuming as any other, hides within its walls a chilling secret. It stands alone, secluded, its silence speaking volumes to those daring enough to listen. Its location, far from the bustle of everyday life, adds a layer of mystery that creeps into your bones. The darkness that comes with the nightfall isn't your typical absence of light. It's a thick, consuming, almost tangible darkness that swallows the house whole, making it a part of itself. The house, under its new shadowy cloak, takes on a life of its own. It's as if it's waiting, biding its time for the perfect moment. The air grows colder, the silence louder. The house, once an ordinary structure of bricks and mortar, now stands as a beacon of unspoken horrors. As the clock strikes midnight, strange things begin to unfold. At the stroke of midnight, the house comes alive with strange sounds and shadows that are not of this world. A spectral symphony begins to play, with creaking floorboards keeping rhythm and the wind singing mournful melodies through the cracks in the walls. The tick-tock of the ancient grandfather clock, once a comforting sound, now becomes a chilling metronome, counting down the unseen hours. Whispers float through the rooms, words that are barely discernible, like secrets shared between spectral beings. Shadows dance on the walls, morphing into forms that defy the laws of light and physics. A chill sweeps through the house, a cold that seeps into your bones, making you shudder. It's a cold that no amount of warmth can ward off. The house seems to breathe, its walls subtly contracting and expanding, as if possessed by an unseen entity. The air is thick with tension, pregnant with a sense of impending dread. The house, it seems, is not as empty as it appears. As the paranormal activities intensify, the true horror of the house begins to reveal itself. The once comforting silence of the house is now shattered by the chilling sounds of unknown origin. The whispers of the wind seem to carry hushed conversations. The creaking floorboards echo footsteps of invisible entities. With each passing moment, the house feels less like a home and more like an eerie theater for the uncanny. The shadows, once benign and ordinary, now dance with a life of their own, painting grotesque shapes on the walls. They grow darker, deeper, as if consuming the light around them. The air grows heavy, with a sense of dread that hangs like a shroud over every room, every corner. An ominous feeling of impending doom seizes the heart of anyone who dares to step inside. This is no ordinary haunting. The house is not just haunted, it's a playground for the supernatural. As the night reaches its darkest hour, the house unleashes its most terrifying horror. A symphony of dread crescendos, the walls echoing with the whispers of the forgotten. Every creak of the floorboards, every sigh of the wind, morphs into a malignant lullaby that chills the marrow and curdles the blood. Shadows, once benign, now twist and contort into grotesque parodies of reality. The veil between the living and the dead grows thin, the boundary blurring until it's almost non-existent. The terror isn't just around you anymore, it's within you, a dread so profound it's like a second heartbeat. This is the climax of the haunting, the zenith of fear. As the first tendrils of dawn begin to creep over the horizon, the cacophony abruptly ceases. The house, once a malevolent entity, transforms back into an ordinary dwelling. As dawn breaks, the house falls silent once again, as if nothing happened. As the sun rises, the house once again appears to be just an ordinary home. The once chilling whispers of the wind are now merely a gentle morning breeze, carrying the scent of dew-kissed grass. The eerie echoes that filled the hallways have vanished, replaced by the peaceful silence of a new day. The rooms, which had been the stage of a terrifying spectacle, now sit quiet and unassuming. The furniture, once seemingly alive with malevolent intent, has returned to its inanimate state. The walls, scarred by the hauntings, bear no marks of the night's horrors, yet there is an unsettling calm, as if the house itself is catching its breath, recuperating from the night's exertions and preparing for the horrors yet to come. As the day wears on, the sun begins to set, casting long shadows that creep across the rooms. But as night falls, the cycle of terror is destined to begin anew.